Hello, everyone. Welcome again. This is Free Nigeria, and I am your host, Matthew Hans Bello, as always. Um, Thank you again for tuning in. It's an honor, as usual. I will always say that because I'm sure you have a lot of things to be doing, and it's pivotal and important that you're here listening and illuminating yourself about the issues in Nigeria, about the issues that you feel that are important to the development, to the growth of this your country, Nigeria. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you as you grow, as we all grow and develop to becoming great citizens of our great nation, Nigeria. Uh, Today I'm just gonna do a little freestyle because recently I was in a program and we discussed intensively about the issues in Nigeria. We discussed intensively about the new laws that were implemented recently. It was alarming because it really opened my eyes to the kind of issues that we kind of the kind of issues, the kind of things we have, and the things we see in Nigeria. Um, Honestly, it's shocking, but by the grace of God, God has really helped Nigerians uh, to progress despite all the issues we see and the rest. Um, First of all, I want you to understand that revolution in Nigeria is not doesn't really have to be um, something with arms or something with what's it called, knife, guns, and the rest. Revolution starts from the mind. Revolution starts from the mind of an individual. If we ask for change, if we desire change in our lives, if we desire change in our country, if we desire change in things around us, the things we see, in the things we desire as a nation, we have to start from ourselves. We have to decide, say that yes, now I will do the right thing at the right time. I will be a better person. I will do everything I can to make everything around me better. That is a starting point. It's a starting point for a better Nigeria. It's a starting point for a better environment. Now, when you do that, it will instinctively and naturally develop the people around you. When you change and you become a better person, the people around you instinctively become better. They instinctively become greater than they are. They instinctively become as good as you are. Uh, you develop yourself without they knowing. They themselves get developed without they knowing. They themselves get equipped with the tools that they require to become better persons. That's why I will advise in any ways that as you listen to this, you can share it to your friends as well, so that they too can listen to all these things to get developed as well. When you develop yourself, you also develop others. As you developing yourself, as you becoming a better person, as you become a better citizen, you also help your friends to become better than they are right now. And that's just the beginning. But after that, after you develop yourself, after they become developed, now you tend to push to make a better state, a better country, a better society. There are a lot of things to develop in this country. There are a lot of things to focus, to pinpoint and say, yeah, no, we want this to change. There are a lot of things that require revolution. There are a lot of things that require revolution. There are a lot of things that require change. But we need to be radical. We need to be focused about all these things. We need to say, no, okay, right now, at this moment, I want this to change. I want to be focused. I want to push forth and say, no, I want this to move. Once we do that, once we focus on the requirements for development, this country will be a better place. Now, I just want to read something I came across. It says the Facism Creed. Now, somebody may ask, which one is that one again? Fascism. Now, which one is fascism? At first, when I saw it, I was like, which one is fascism myself? Because I was like, what do you mean? What the hell is doing that self in the first place? Because I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really an English student or something or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy that does his things and develop themselves. That and that and that. But let me read what the dictionary says about fascism. It's a noun, obviously, and it is a political theory advocating an authoritarian hierarchical government as opposed to democracy or liberalism, right? It is extreme right wing, it is authoritarian, it is intolerant, it is racist, it is nationalistic views or behavior. It is racist or it has nationalistic views or behaviors. It is an ideology, right? It's a political orientation. I read that there's a creed about fascism. Once fascism is in play, it is directly opposing democracy. Fascism directly opposes democracy. Fascism literally fights the idea of democracy. Fascism literally does everything contrary to what democracy is all about. Now, I'll just read some few creeds about fascism, and I want you to, as in, simulate and say, okay, well, hold on. Do we have this in Nigeria? Do we have this thing playing in Nigeria? Are we really going through a democratic process, or we're going through a fascism process? Is our government democratic, or are we seeing fascism in this? So I'm going to read this. Read the creed. The first thing about fascism creed is, or a fascist government is, one, a fraudulent election. Elections where you have things that just don't even make sense. There was once during a particular election, I'm not going to mention it, the particular local government was a candidate won in that particular election. Then the second candidate A won, and candidate B took second. But candidate B had about 15,000 votes less than candidate A. On getting to the national office, where they were announcing the results for that particular local government, candidate B had 16,000 votes more than candidate A. Candidate A won that election over candidate B by 15,000. But getting to the announcement of the results, candidate B had 16,000 votes higher than candidate A. Now, once you have all these kind of issues with elections here and there, a lot of activities going on that does wrong. Later on, I will talk about the voters card, the issues that we need that are there in the voters card. Hopefully, the next episode of FreeNigeria, I will discuss about all this and the things that the government and the institutions need to implement to make this voting system better, to make the voting system better and proper. you have a lot of issues with our voting system. I don't want to go into that. God, it is a lot. It is a lot. But I'm not going to go into that now. It will be a full-blown headed topic in the next podcast. So I'm going to leave it for that. Fraudulent election. That is one of the creed. The second creed is rampant corruption. Do I really need to say anything about this? Do I really need to say anything about this right now? Rampant corruption. Corruption has eaten into our democratic process, and it is stinking. Wow, it is stinking. I'm not going to say much because honestly, corruption should be another topic. As in, it should be another series entirely. Maybe I'll dedicate a full month. I'll dedicate a full month talking about corruption. But for now, I'm not going to talk about it. The next one is labor power will be suppressed. Recently, there was a hike in fuel price. There was a hike in electric power price. The price of power, the cost of power, and the price of fuel, that's petrol in Nigeria. And for the first time in Nigeria, the National Labour Congress did not go out to protest. And I was wondering, hold on, wait. Normally, if there was a fuel hike, everybody goes out to protest. But now it's not just a fuel hike. There's a fuel hike and there's a power hike. I'm like, hold on, wait, what's happening? I'm not saying that they didn't want to, or they should always go on what's it called, strikes or something like that. They just went silent. It was as if these guys are not saying anything. I was like, hold on, what's happening? You guys should say something, but they didn't say anything. I was like, okay, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way or something, but I'm surprised myself. I'm like, wait, what's happening? But it dawned on me that, hold on, see, once labor is suppressed, what do you want them to do? What do you really want them to do? You can't expect anything from them when they are suppressed. So, well, I'm not going to go down into that. I'm not going to go down into that right now. But that's the third one. Labor power will be suppressed. And the next one is the government will be intertwined in religion. The government will be intertwined with religion. Now, once you have a bill, right, in the government that gives the government power to decide who runs a church, or how a church should run its activities, or how a mosque should run its activities, or how religious gatherings should run their activities. What? Now, here's the thing. One of the fundamental rights of a human being is his rights to believe in what he wants to believe. That's a fundamental right of a human being. Now, once you take the power, or you say no, you want to try to control the belief system of a human being, I'm sorry, you're literally taking the right to believe. I don't know if you understand that what I said, what I just said. If you take away the belief system of a human being, you're literally taking away his right to believe. It's a fundamental issue. It is a fundamental rights breach. But people are being silent about it. Right now, a lot of pastors can't talk, a lot of pastors can't go out and speak because of the issues. Because if they talk, a lot of things will go against them, because this bill has been passed, this bill has been signed off. I'll talk about the bill later. and maybe later on the subsequent we'll talk about the bills. I'll read more on the constitution and enlighten us on the issues that the laws that are literally wrong, that shouldn't be there in the first place. But that's for another day. Trying to finish up this. The next point is very key: obsession with national security. National security is I really do not need to say much about that. When you say Nigeria and national security, is on the ball game entirely. A lot of people have died. A lot of fights, a lot of clashes, a lot of deaths have been named, have been recorded. Most of them we haven't even heard of. But national security is a huge issue in Nigeria, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to talk about that. But here's the thing: Christ spoke against an evil government. John the Baptist spoke against an evil government. So why shouldn't we speak against an evil government? Here's the thing: anything that requires blood to sustain it is evil. Any government that requires blood, the death of people to sustain that government, for that government to remain in place, that government is evil. It's that simple. But that's another story for another day. I'm just trying to break down this fascism for you guys right now. So next point is the control of the mass media, the control of the media. I thank God for the internet. I give praise to God for YouTube. Thank you, Jesus, for Anchor. Thank you, Father, for SoundCloud. That is not controlled by Nigeria. Thank you, Jesus, for Twitter, for Facebook. That is not being controlled by Nigeria for now. Honestly, it's quite alarming. Once you have a government that's trying to send in a social media bill, it's trying to send in, trying to control the media, then you know that, hold on, there's an issue somewhere. Why do you want to control the media? The media is a free space where people express themselves. That is actually social media stuff on the one hand. Not to talk about the news media. You could literally see news media trying to hold back from publishing some issues about this country, because why? They are scared of the nation. They are scared of the person on seat, because the person on seat have actually suppressed them, hindering them from doing exactly what they are supposed to do, that is speak about the issues in Nigeria, talk about the issues and talk about the way to solve all these things. But they don't do all that. They try to limit it, they try to slow it down, they try to polish it for the people. One of my favorite TV channels TV, really disappointed me recently. I'm not going to mention why, but these are the issues in play. All these stations, huge stations, TVC News, Channels TV, they go down. They have seized the news. The power is no more in their hands. I can't even mention NTA. NTA is another ball came again. That one is gone. So, well, that's that about that. Control the media. The next one is disdain for human rights. I don't know. I don't need to say that again. I don't just say much about that. When somebody says there's the freedom of speech, but now you're saying hate speech. There is freedom of speech, but you're now going against hate speech. Hold on, speech is speech. There is nothing like hate speech or whatever. Speech is speech. Whether there's like speech, there's hate speech. How will you stop somebody from expressing himself? Here, the goal of a democratic government is giving the power to the people. You hear me? The power to the people. The power is in the people's hand, not in the government's hand. The power is with the people. If the people doesn't like what they want, they're supposed to talk. They're supposed to lay it out, and they're supposed to say it out. They're supposed to shout. Freedom of expression. They have to express themselves the way they want. They have to speak out the way they want. But when you say, hey, no, hate speech, Lord have mercy. Then the last one is disarm the citizen. Last one is disarm the citizen. I think the bill has already been passed, whereas all citizens in Nigeria that has arms should return it, or should what was the word? The tender back to the government or back to security agencies. In a way, it has a way of being right, where men, let me put it this way, when you're not sure of who a person is, and you're not too sure about how he controls a gun, or controls all those kind of things, or controls arms, yes, you can take it out of him. But when he has gone through diverse tests, I believe he has the right to actually have all those things in place. But once a government takes out that right of a human to have the ability to defend himself against things that are attacking him, or so on and so forth, well, I don't have much to say about that. Maybe I'll get more facts, then I'll come in and I'll push it on, and I'll try and explain the issues that are involved in having an arm, having a gun, or whatever you want to have. But that's another story for another day. Well, here, that is it for now. Anyways, these are the characteristics, or this is a fascism creed. This is a fascism creed, and fascism creed is already in play in Nigeria. I don't know if what I read is what you understood, or literally everything I said, to my understanding, is in play in Nigeria. So I don't know how you view it, but that is it about fascism. Maybe later end, I'll try subsequent podcasts. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I'll break down all these points down. But for now, thank you for listening. I want you to use this, listen to it again and again. I want you to use it and develop your mind. Do research. Do research about all these things that we spoke about, and say, okay, hold on. What can I do? What can I do? So, thank you very much again. I'm going to stop here right now. God bless you, all of you. It's an honor again. This is FreeNigeria podcast, and I say, be the light, shine the light. Let's make Nigeria a better place. Goodbye. Hey everyone, have you heard about Anchor? If you haven't, let me tell you about it. It is the easiest way to make a podcast. Why? Because it's free. Yeah, you heard me right. It's free. There are many creation tools that you can use to record, to edit your podcast, and to create it with your phone or your laptop. Yes, it's that easy. And you also get distributed to places like Spotify, Apple Music, and many more. Trust me, I use it, so I know better. You can also make money from your podcasts with no minimum listenership with Anchor. Yeah, you got that right. It is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So, what are you waiting for? Go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you.